Welcome to Luxuriously Poor. Thanks for stopping by, whether it's today or a year from now. Now, today's is a video on pure tips to save you money in your kitchen, money and time. The first tip is with potatoes. Potatoes, I always cook extra because I have potatoes 2 to 3 times a week for breakfast. And if you cook enough for 2 to 3 times, you don't have to do it again. You don't have to cook them. You just kind of reheat them in a pan with a little bit of beans or even scrambled eggs, and you can roll it up, make a burrito. But you're ahead of the game. You're already making the potatoes the first day, so cook a couple of extra potatoes for a second or third or fourth day. Okay, my next tip here is how to store your bags, your garbage bags, your Walmart little bags. Now, I showed you a way where I folded them, but I like this way better. I'm always looking for ways to improve. I took a Topo Chico, cut a top, a hole in the top, and when I come home and I empty out my groceries out of all those little bags, I stuff them down inside here. And this little box will hold a whole lot of bags. Now, you may not want this kind of box. You may want to go and buy yourself something cute and fancy, but not me. It's free. And because it's free, I like it. I like free stuff. But I like the way this can be stored. I can put this up. I have a special place where I hold it in my kitchen. And right here, I tape it at the side. So if I need to open it for some reason, I could. And it's free and easy. Just go to the hole, stuff the bag down in there. You want a bag, just pull it right out. Easy, simple, free idea, and a good way to store your bags and get them out of the way. Now, my next tip is about discarding oil. Now, I cut the bottom off of a plastic bottle, a soda bottle, and what I did is I take a small can, because I don't throw a whole lot of oil away, and I don't like big cans on my countertop. And so I put water in this, and then I set the can inside. It helps with the ants, keeps them away. They drown if they go into this. And then once I've got this pretty much filled, is I just double bag, and I stick the can inside, 2 bags, and I tie the top of it tight, and then I stand it up into my garbage so it doesn't spill over, and I'm very careful with it and discard it. My next tip here is about baking powder. Now, a lot of us are storing baking powder, but we're storing it in the wrong size container. A lot of people are buying the biggest container they can find, and that's what they store. And what you really need to do is store smaller containers, because what kills the effectiveness of baking powder is actually air. And so once you open up the can, especially if you got a big can, it's going to take you a lot longer to use it. And the air is what destroys its effectiveness. But if you're buying it in smaller containers and you're opening up smaller ones, you're going to use it much quicker. Chances are you'll use it before it loses its effectiveness, even if it's past its expiration date. Because like I said, it's the air that destroys the effectiveness of baking powder. Okay, this is a tip that will save you a lot of money on plumbers. Now, I take the napkins from like breakfast. Let's say we eat breakfast. I take the napkins that we use to wipe our hands with, and I dump whatever is in my strainers after I clean my breakfast dishes. I dump it into the napkins, and then I throw it into the garbage. Now, I'll take this and fold it up, and I'll take the napkin, and I'll wipe around the strainer, get the little pieces out of it, to kind of clean up the sink and get the little pieces out of there, so that nothing ever really goes down into my drain other than water. Now, I occasionally will throw a little bit of vinegar down my sink, to help it smell good. But doing this has saved me a lot of money, because I have never had to call a plumber to come out and unclog my sink. Okay, now my next tip here is water when I boil eggs, because I do make a lot of egg salad sandwiches for breakfast. I wait till the water cools off completely, and I will take that water and pour it into my plants in my kitchen window. Now, this is chives that I have. I've had them for about 4 or 5 years. Okay, I stopped buying drinking glasses some time ago. They just didn't serve the purpose. I got tired of odd and end glasses because so many would get broken. And I really don't have a lot of kitchen space. And this is something that I do, and I love it. It works perfect. Ball canning jars. I put them in my freezer, and I just leave them there. And when I want something to drink or company wants something to drink, I just take the glass out. I put the drink in there. I've got the lids ready for it so I can put the top on it. If it gets knocked over, I don't have to worry about spills, don't have to worry about bugs getting in it. I can take it outside with me. I can add ice cubes to it. Company loves it. They love it for the kids. They don't have to worry about spills. And I'm not spending a ton of money on drinking glasses that only end up broken. Okay, this is my final tip, and it's about washing dishes. Now, I pay a lot of money for water, so water is a precious commodity to me. And this is the way that I clean dishes. It's the best way that I have found out to do it, and effectively and inexpensively. I put soap on my sponge, and I will put a few drops of water on top of this sponge. This is enough soap that I will be able to clean all of my breakfast dishes. Now, I don't want my sponge overly wet. Overly wet means a big loss in soap. And so I just put a few drops, so it's just semi-wet. And this is enough soap that I will be able to clean all my dishes. I do not run a sink full of water to clean dishes. Now, I got this pan from Dollar Tree. Paid $1.25. And this is where I'm going to rinse my dishes once I wash them. I will put all my dishes in this pan. Then I can use the water to water a plant outside. Now, I've got quite a bit of soap, you see, to my dishes. I mean, that sponge has a lot of soap to it. And I'll be able to clean all my breakfast dishes with this sponge. Okay, here we go. This is how I rinse my dishes. Now, I'm doing it this way because I'm holding my camera at the same time. But you can get more precision and do a much better job if you're not filming while you're rinsing your dishes. Okay? Because, okay, you see this? I will take this water and even dump it in here in my cups. That's clean. We waste too much water when it comes to dishes. Now, you may sometimes have to use a little bit of water or something on a pot or a skillet or a pan. But I want you to know that if you do them this way, your dishes are clean and use a whole lot less water.